Yeah, he took that puck in the neutral zone, and man, oh man, just inside the blue line, did a little toe drag, and man, what a shot.
Well, for Thompson, he now has 10 goals in his last 9 games, 16 goals in his last 14 at home.
Jackson Blake making a couple of moves. Centers in front. Oh, James Reimer.
Bang, right down the gut. That hits him right in the chest area. Bosses over to the side. But great anticipation.
All for Goss to spare. Taylor Hall tees it up. That doesn't get through. Darlene blocks it.
Technically not playing for anything other than to build momentum for next year. Blocks like that mean something.
Sabres win the draws. Quick pass up ahead. Trying to find a way to the net. Scores! Alex Tuch pulls his way to the net. 2-0 Buffalo.
This is set play right here. You win the draw back. Alex is jumping up, getting himself into that opening, and Burns just couldn't get body position on him. There's nothing he could do.
Can't give up a chance like that shorthanded.
As we're coming up on 2 minutes gone by in this third period. This is airmail for Quinn, but too far. Quinn will take it away from Hall. Center to score. Peterka wires it from Quinn. And again, the Sabres taking an advantage.
He can't corral that puck, and it's a good stick. And Quinn puts it right in Peterka's wheelhouse. You know, it's tough sledding right now.
Oh, saved by Reimer. He had to reach for that one. Reimer's held them all away so far. He is on his game again. James Reimer has set a new career best. 7 straight wins. His first shutout as a Buffalo Sabre.
And for Carolina, they're on the wrong side of the 3-0 score here tonight.
Pajot in front, they score! Simon Holmstrom off a magnificent pass from Ryan Pulock, and the Islanders strike early.
That pass there is just too good. I mean, it's just beautiful. Ryan with the heads-up play.
His pass, Forsberg turns around. He scores! A laser beam by number 9. Forsberg, the turnaround off the post and in, and Nashville leads 2-1.
Pajot with a step to the outside. Pajot, Holmstrom scores! Simon Holmstrom's a 20-goal scorer after 2 tonight in Nashville.
Holmstrom just coming right in. Does he release that in a hurry? And just a tremendous shot. A goal scorer shot.
Blankenburg to Stamkos. Score! Oh, that was finished. Number 91. Stamkos has goals in 3 straight, and the game is tied at 3. Gonna find a way to keep going. Rebound! The Predators' second effort finding the loose puck in the blue ice. And it was the big man, Michael McCarron. He ties the score for.
We thought this might be the case. Billy Sorokin looked a little shaken up towards the end of the second period, and Marcus Hogberg is indeed warming up to get ready for the start of the third. We assume the collision with Michael McCarron on the goal that was scored is the reason why he is not in the hockey. This comes to Palmieri. Palmieri on the backhand, scores! Oh, a brilliant backhand from Kyle Palmieri. And the Islanders have the lead late. Put it bar down, as they say, off the backhand from Palmieri. Hard to put a backhand in a better place than this. Mayfield the trailer. Holmstrom feeds him. Mayfield scores!
Oh, my goodness.
Scott Mayfield with a short-handed goal.
Stamkos scores! The Predators are back to within 1. Stamkos with his second power play goal of the game. And then Stamkos just pulls it in, gets a lane, and just absolutely roofs it. Shea. Again to Stamkos. Score! A crazy game just got crazier. Michael Bunting tips it, and it's a 6-6 tie. Off of Bunting, off of Romanov. Back of the net, tie hockey game. So we'll have some OT, free hockey, 3-on-3 style. Nashville has come from behind. Because if he wanted to calm things down, then reorganize the attack. Here's Svechkov. He scores! The rookie, the wildest game of the year, ends in a Nashville victory. Fedor Svechkov, a laser beam. 7-6.
What just happened? Svechkov's first overtime goal that he scored. And this was just utter chaos. I mean, I can't believe it. And look at this, just attacks the middle. That's his spot. Pulls it in, far side, blows it by Hogberg, ends the game. That game was just absolute craziness.
Defense optional. So let's take a look at the Eastern Conference playoff picture. With the Red Wings losing in Montreal, the Senators clinch a playoff berth for the first time since 2017. The Idle Caps secure the top spot in the Metro with Carolina's loss to the Sabres. And the Canadiens extend their lead to 8 points for the final wild card spot in the conference. Still to come, Caps newcomer Ryan Leonard joined our crew on NHL Now for a players-only interview. He talked about his exciting start to the year, both what happened in college and what's currently happening with the Caps. We'll hear from him coming up.
Their only loss in the last tournament came in OT in the gold medal game. Now, Team USA looks to get the preliminaries off to a good start when they face Finland at the Women's World Championship, Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network.
Reaching your financial goals can feel impossible. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest-lasting AA battery.
Man, these seats.
Right? I wonder how the other guys are doing.
I spent hours finding a deal on these.
Trash. You should have used Game Time. The easiest way to find only the best deals for the best seats with their Game Time picks.
What time is it?
Game Time. It will always bring us together. It might even surprise us. But more often than not, it's a daily commitment. Not again! Of believing. Of dreaming. And trusting that no matter where you are, it's with you.
There was a frost in the air in Pittsburgh today. Pens hoping to warm it up inside PPG Paints Arena here in the back end of a home-and-home set against the Chicago Blackhawks.
Hawks won the first half 3-1 on Sunday at United Center, but always a tough test to face the likes of Sidney Crosby.
And then Slaggert plays it down low. Oliver Moore in front. Kurashev denied in tight by the right leg of Jari.
And he kicked that paddle real quick on that.
Shea under some pressure by Mikheyev, makes a pass down the boards. Hayes feeds it back. There's Graves off the post. Bring it off the iron, glove side.
Graves rifles one through a maze of players off the post.
There's Koponen, he's got Nieto with him, feeds it in front. Nieto crashing the net, he hits Knight. And a penalty's coming up here as the referee Alex Lepowski's arm went up immediately upon contact.
Once they moved him there, things started to kind of settle in. He just makes a simple, quick play.
Crosby scores! Simple, effective, and the captain smacks it home. A power play goal for Pittsburgh, and the Pens take the lead late in the first. 87th point of the season for 87. Russ steals it back for the Penguins. Koivunen to the net, across, and they score! Erik Karlsson's got his 200th NHL goal, and the Pens go up 2-0.
Well, he's been hunting. In this game in particular, watching him, he's up the ice. He's looking to make things happen.
Getting some run here in the second period with Crosby and Russ. He's already set up a Karlsson goal, and he redirects that one that's stopped by Knight.
Just swatted this out of the air. Just hit enough of the pad, and he was just twisting with Spencer Knight.
Here's Timmins. Over to Letang in the slot. Malkin back for Letang. He shoots. He scores! Chris Letang goes upstairs, and the Penguins make it 3-0.
Well, how's she going for Chris Letang? Short side, just wrapped it around the world up there, off the head, off the back bar, looped it all the way around, in and out.
Penguins trying to find the puck. They do. And Dewar deflects it ahead for Heinen. He's got a man. It's Hayes coming to the net. Off the glove of Knight. It trickles in. Kevin Hayes finds the back of the net. The Pens go up 4-0.
Up the wall here, Dewar, just that little play on the wall, under pressure, getting back up in the play. Levchinov stepping up, but it's Dewar that makes that little play to spring it all and make it happen. It's the Big Easy, Big Hazy, rolls in.
And Achari will flip it out to the neutral zone once more. Heinen with an assist tonight over the attacking line. Throws it to the net, tipped in by Hayes. Kevin Hayes has two, and the Penguins go up 5-0 late in the third. One last shot coming. It's blocked, and Tristan Jarry has his second shutout of the season, 21st of the career. It's a two-point party on Fifth Avenue as the Penguins beat the Hawks 5-0.
It's a beautiful night here in Salt Lake City. Final meeting this season, the Seattle Kraken and the Utah Hockey Club.
The Utah Hockey Club, yeah, they're still alive, 82 points, and they trail Minnesota by 9. And out of the line, Dursey. Stenlund to the middle, Sergachev shoots, he scores! Kevin Stenlund, early on, 1-0 Utah.
Well, it's the rotation from Utah. The defense getting involved, getting up in the play. Watch the rotation. Confusion sets in for the Kraken.
We're going to get a tripping minor coming up here against Seattle. Another penalty coming up here.
Yamamoto took a stick right in the yap. 4 minutes here, double minor.
So out of the boxes, Bugstad will go straight to the bench. 5-on-3, shoots, scores! And Keller retakes the goal lead for the team. He's got 27.
Deception from Clayton Keller. Shoots across his body.
Cooley. Cross shot. And it's 3-0.
Now that second power play unit, they finally cash in. They've been doing an outstanding job with quick puck movement, working it around, getting the puck into the middle of the ice. And that's what made him a fan, even though he was from Pittsburgh.
Gloving in, and just like that, 4-0.
A hard-working play along the boards by Josh Stone. Intercept, and then in one motion, Lawson Crouse. When it rains, it pours.
And a goal! So the ride is on.
This puck is going to get redirected in front from Logan Cooley. Gunther knows he's going there, and without looking, delivers a dart right on the blade of Logan Cooley.
Holding call here coming up too. Lawson's going to draw a penalty.
Sergachev and now Gunther. And a rebound for home. Excellent. And it's a half a dozen.
And the power play continues to stay scorching hot. The shot from Gunther trickles back over the pad to make this 6-love.
Fed out high. Shot and a goal. Marconi, they're shooting from everywhere tonight. And the extra point is good.
It's just a clinic right now from Utah.
Muckleshoot Casino Resort power play to kick off the third period. They score. Jared McCann right on the spot. 23 seconds gone in period 3. The Kraken on the scoreboard.
What a pass here by Andre Burakovsky. Great timing. Canner's going to move it, and he comes right down.
And this win tonight, impressive as it gets. The horn sounds, the game is over, and Utah will live to fight another day. They win it 7-1.
Okay, so looking at the playoff picture out west, the Golden Knights earned a point in Colorado and clinched home ice in the first round. Utah, as you just saw, manhandled the Kraken to keep their playoff hopes alive, while the Canucks pulled off a miraculous comeback in Dallas to move within 6 points of Minnesota for the final wild card spot. Vancouver will host the Wild on Saturday. Time now for our top shelf plays the night.
Taken by Kane. Larkin to the net. Kane to the goal for Larkin. He scores! Patrick Kane to Dylan Larkin. And the Red Wings lead 1-0. Dylan Larkin, his first goal in 9.
That's knocked down. Now Tavares switches it. John Tavares is going to shoot, scores! Tavares snaps it by Bobrovsky, and the game is tied at 1. And the roll continues for Johnny T. That's 10 goals in his last 9 games.
And a nice pass in on Kochetkov in the end. Oh, Piotr with a save on Ryan McLeod.
Heck of a pass to allow McLeod to go mano-a-mano, and a nice confidence-building moment for Kochetkov.
To the right for Granlund. Back in front, Ben. To the left. Score! Duchesne! What a beautiful setup, and what a monster night on the power play. Duchesne the latest.
Boring.
Certain you're on mute?
Yeah. Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Experience certainty with 4imprint. High-quality promotional products, expert service, and on-time delivery. Visit 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
What if I told you that one of the best things you can do to improve the look and performance of your car can be done for under $20 and in less than 30 minutes?
Fix your cloudy and weathered headlights with Cerakote's #1 best-selling ceramic headlight restoration kit in just 3 easy steps and without power tools. Just wipe, sand, and apply. It's that easy. Cerakote restores and protects, and for as long as you own your vehicle, it's guaranteed. You can trust Cerakote with over 60,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait until it's too late. Buy today for under $20.
To avoid digital threats, just turn on NordVPN. Improve your protection against trackers, malicious websites, and malware-ridden downloads. Get the deal now.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. Go to SafeLight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
There's a shot, he scores!
Greatness isn't just about setting records. It's about leaving a legacy that endures even beyond the game. Alex Ovechkin, the Washington Capitals, Hockey Fights Cancer, and the V Foundation for Cancer Research are partnering together on the great chase for victory over cancer. Donate any amount you can to Pediatric Cancer Research. For the remainder of his career, Ovi will personally donate for every goal he scores. Together, we can achieve victory over cancer.
Here we go, Pens and Devils.
Luke Hughes lights the lamp.
Sydney is sizzling.
Who else? Nico Hischier.
Metro matchups, they don't get any better.
Be sure to follow NHL Network on all your favorite social platforms.
Ryan Leonard made his NHL debut with the Caps last Tuesday after another outstanding season at Boston College. The 20-year-old is one of 3 finalists for the 2025 Hobey Baker Award, and the winner will be announced right here on NHL Network this Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Leonard stopped by NHL Now on Tuesday for players only. Take a listen.
We got Ryan Leonard. Welcome. It's been fun watching you, man. I want to start out with probably my favorite thing. I know you can score. I know you can put points on the board. I didn't know you had this, though, and this got me out of my seat the other night. Just first NHL game, just a little extra. How about this hit, man? Take us through this. I love what you did here.
I don't know, just trying to get physically involved. I think that was in the first period, so just trying to get myself into the game a little bit extra.
You got that? Is that your, is that a part of you that maybe we'll see often? You got a little edge to you, right? Like, I think that's a big thing, just showing that you're not physically intimidated to play in the league.
Yeah, there's I definitely got some physical edge to my game for sure.
Oh, you got to have that, right? You know, we got to make your impression when you get to the league. But yeah, Ryan, I mean, I'm sure you've talked about it recently, but we had Greg Brown on last Tuesday, right before your game in Boston. He was excited. He was heading there with all the Boston College guys to come watch you. What was that moment like, being a kid from Massachusetts, playing in the Garden in your first NHL game, friends, family, college teammates in the crowd? That must have been one of the highlights of your life so far.
Yeah, it kind of hit me right away in the rookie lap, or not the lap, and then you look over to the right and see like my teammates in the glass right there, and all with the backwards jerseys. So no, it was great to see all of them, and they all were talking about it and the days coming up of it, and they told them that it was going to be in Boston. They all were super excited. So I was super grateful that they all got to be there, and all my friends and family too.
I mean, I never heard of anything like that. Like, just the timing of it all, too,
perfect,
right? It's just kind of the perfect storm. There was some stuff as far as on social media. I just want some more clarity on it. Like, did they come to you and say, hey, take us out for a little bit in Boston? I know there's that video right here of you guys. Can you take us through, like, behind the scenes, how this came about?
Yeah, I mean, just had dinner with him, and he just wanted to go to BC and see what it was about. So we were there for probably 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and just to kind of experience it. And then a lot of people showed up, so that's when we knew it was time to go.
I think that used to be Rogies back in the day when I was going there, so it looks a lot nicer than it used to about 15 years ago. So I hope he showed him a good time and gave BC a good impression. But, I mean, speaking of Ovi, I was in the building on Sunday doing the game for NHL Network, covering it at UBS Arena. What has it been like to start your career off in the middle of Ovi, not in the middle, at the very end, the precipice of Ovi, breaking the record for the goals? Wayne Gretzky's in the house, Gary Bettman. You know, what an experience for you to just be a part of.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, just to meet him, and then obviously the celebrations on the ice. Everyone jumps over the boards like the greatest thing just happened for the game and for the Washington Capitals. So there's just so much excitement within the team, and to see him do what he did, and it was just so much fun. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Well, we see Wayne there, and we also saw when he kind of said the game before, where's the kid with the empty netter, and you got your first NHL goal with that one. I was like that moment, just getting that goal on the ice, your first NHL goal, but then also having Wayne Gretzky being like, where's the kid? Where, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, again, it's another moment this week that didn't really feel real, and you kind of can just stack them together, and the whole week's just kind of a blur, honestly. It's just been so much fun to be a part of this group, and yeah, hopefully keep getting some wins together and some momentum into playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we want to pump your tires here a bit, but let's just do a quick rundown of the last 3 months of your career in life. Has any 20-year-old had a better run than this? 2025 World Junior Gold Medalist, World Junior MVP, Hockey East Player of the Year, Hobey Baker finalist, first NHL game, first NHL goal. Ovechkin breaks the scoring record. I mean, that's
shout out from Wayne.
Shout out from Wayne. That's like 3 months. That's like a lifetime for any good hockey player. I mean, again, it must be surreal to be experiencing this right now.
Again, it's the week that hasn't really been real. Just walking around. I think like today was. We had the off day yesterday, and then today was optional skate, and it was kind of a little bit of time to just breathe, and we don't play till Thursday, so just trying to enjoy this week and catch up with friends and family, because the last week has gone by pretty fast, but it's just been so much fun.
We're gonna have a little fun here. We're gonna do a little segment called Best of Boston, and we're gonna ask you, I don't know, educate me. I don't really, I played in Boston as a road team, but no ton to do there. So maybe you guys can enlighten us. Schneid, you jump in on some of these too.
Absolutely. Compare and contrast.
Let's just go with BC. Like, what would you tell someone is better to see? Is it BC football or BC basketball?
Football.
Yeah, a bit more of a vibe there than the basketball.
Vibe? Yeah.
Basketball was good when I was there, so that was kind of fun to go because they were ranked, but they've kind of fallen
off a little bit?
They have, yeah. Unfortunately, hockey's still strong, though, so that's what counts. Is Hillside Cafe still there? Do you still got Hillside? What's the best sandwich?
Oh, yeah, Hillside's still there.
What's the best sandwich from Hillside these days?
I always like to go with, like, the turkey and brie.
Ooh, they had that when I was there. That's a good answer. I like the roast beef and horseradish. It's this cafe on campus right by the rink, so everyone stops there on the way out of the rink. Yeah.
So what was yours?
I like the roast beef and a horseradish sauce with the best potato chips in the league. It's
like
they're like cooked in the oil, so you get some soggy ones, you get some crispy ones with the bubbles. Yeah, he gets it. Yeah, you know what it is. All right.
How about most important title? Is it the Bean Pot or Hockey East?
Oh. I only got to win the Hockey East, so I'm gonna go with the Hockey East. But I know the school. I know the school loves to get that bean pot.
I was with them there. I never won a bean pot, but I won a couple Hockey East with Hockey East as well. All right. So you're from Massachusetts. Are you a Cape and the Islands kind of guy, or are you more of a Lake Winnipesaukee, Lake Life guy up north?
None of the above, honestly. My family's never been that. They grew up in New Jersey, so we always go down to the Jersey Shore.
Well, there you go.
But I love going to the Cape with the buddies.
Last one here. I don't know where you guys go to anymore to hang out and eat, but are you an Eagles Deli guy or Circle Tavern guy to get a bite to eat when you're on campus?
Oh, Eagles Deli.
Yes. Have you ever heard about the burger
challenge?
challenge?
Chicken.
Do they still have the burger challenge there? That Godzilla burger?
Yeah, we actually saw a guy This might have been 3 weeks ago. He was doing it, and he was battling.
How do you even eat that?
We always joked about trying it.
You guys never attacked it as a team?
No.
Hey, you know, I think could take a run at that.
No.
Ovi, get Ovi down there for that. Ovi will take that thing down. You know that.
Definitely would. Yeah.
He could.
Oh,
He could.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, we appreciate you kind of swinging by here and spending some time with us. It's been really fun watching you and watching your Caps team. So, you know, until next time, we'll double check. We'll check in with you when you start meeting the Eagle in D.C. a little bit.
That's right, Slapshot.
Yeah.
See what the vibe is from him.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for swinging by.
Appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ryan Leonard earlier on Players Only. We have a special reunion on Wednesday night. Sam Rosen and John Davidson will be back in the booth together one last time for the Flyers and Rangers on TNT at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Sam and JD, of course, spent 2 decades together calling Ranger games on MSG Network. Rosen is retiring at the end of the season after 40 years as a TV voice of the Rangers. There are 4 other games on the slate for Wednesday, headlined by a clash between the top 2 teams in the Atlantic, as the Leafs are in Tampa to battle the Lightning, plus some important matchups regarding the Western Conference wildcard race, as Minnesota, St. Louis, and Calgary are all in action. Time now for 3 stars of the night. Our 3rd star is David Pastrnak, who hit the 100-point mark for the 3rd straight season, notching a goal and 2 helpers in the Bruins' 7-2 win over the Devils. James Reimer is our 2nd star, stopping all 33 shots he faced in the Sabres' 3-0 win over Carolina. Reimer has now won 7 in a row. It's the longest win streak of his career. And our 1st star was a team effort, as the Vancouver Canucks earned the nod after completing the first 3-goal comeback in the final minute of a game in the history of the National Hockey League. Hats off to Vancouver. That'll do it for this edition of On the Fly. I'm Bill Pito. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
It has all the makings of a very special night tonight.
There he is, Pat McAfee.
Wide open net for the birthday boy, but no present there. And sign us up for 7 games between these 2. His first National Hockey League goal, and it's a beauty.
I don't know, mystery haircut for an autograph stick. I think I'll take a pass on the autograph stick.
Kolesar and Wagner go right to work.
Kiefer Sherwood wins it in overtime for the Canucks.
And 2 massive points in the push for the wild card.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to On the Fly. I'm Bill Pito. It's great to have you with us. We begin with Toronto at Florida. A Leafs win guarantees them home ice in the first round of the playoffs. Toronto rolling 8-1-1 in its last 10. The same cannot be said for Florida. The defending champs have lost 5 in a row, their worst skid since 2019. Let's now check out the highlights in Florida.
This is a big game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. If they want to win the division, if they want maybe home ice for the first 2 rounds, getting this one will matter a lot to them.
Big boost for the defending champs tonight. Their captain and top-line center, Alexander Barkov, ready to return after missing the last 3 games. Ditto for Sam Reinhart and Gustav Forsling, who missed Sunday's game in Detroit.
Forsling has not been on the ice for a 5-on-5 goal against Toronto this year. Face-off one back to Forsling, scores! Off the draw, Gustav Forsling strikes again. The Panthers have taken a 1-0 lead.
On a wrist shot from 40 feet, when there's no real screen in front of Joseph Woll, he's got to get a glove on that puck.
Lundell stamps the ice. Lundell tapped out in front. Hit save made by Wall off the redirect. Back to Riley in the high slot. Shot. Backdoor cut from Matthews, and he just missed. Or rather, McMahon.
Watch backdoor right in the left side there. Beautiful play by McMahon.
Leads for Barkov. Skates the stick. Out in front. It's loose in the crease. Available for a moment until it was knocked out of harm's way by Tannen. And now Marner with some room across the line with a reach. Marner with a drive off the post.
It's this Mitch Marner shot. That's a tight angle for a slap for beats for Brossi clean. But rings one off the post.
John Tavares is going to shoot, scores! Tavares snaps it by Bobrovsky, and the game is tied at 1. And the roll continues For Johnny T, that's 10 goals in his last 9 games.
Bobrovsky looks completely befuddled by that release. Toronto heads to their first power play of the game. Carter Verhaeghe sits for Sergei Bobrovsky.
We've got some fresh power play guys on the ice, but United turns it over to Marchand. Drops it back to one. Another shot, a glove save by Roll. Domi. Robertson, that's picked up, and a chance now for Marchand, short-handed. Brad Marchand moves in, shoots, goal save, rebound, and Laval turned away as well. Marchand has more short-handed goals than any active NHL player, almost connected there.
A great opportunity for the Panthers. Back-to-back short-handed tries. So for Brad Marchand, you know he wants to get on the score sheet. It's been since his first Panthers game since he had his lone assist. But keep playing like this, he'll get there.
Toss to Schmidt, who backhands it back in. Bouncy puck on the side of the goal to score! After West Arena gets a stick on the bouncing puck.
This is a great look because that puck off the back wall, one of the toughest things for goaltenders to try to look over their shoulder, puck coming from behind the net.
The Panthers on top on the 9th of the year for A2 Los Terrenos.
Jones ranging back. Out up there by Marner. Back in from Matthews. Point blank save by Bobrovsky. Rebound. Nice. Turned away as well.
First breakdown for Florida their own end. Wide open one-timer from the hash marks. What a save by Bobrovsky.
Barkov has it. Took it away from Matthews. Barkov off to Marchand. Save made. Again playing net as Marner. Another shot. This one is in. The empty net goal for Verhaeghe.
Brad Marchand, he just can't buy a goal right now wearing the Cats uni.
As the Panthers take it through the once and pushing and shoving it center ice. Clears into it with Holmberg.
How great is it that we're still in the regular season? Both these teams are already in the playoffs, but we have this heat, this grit, this sandpaper. You're starting to feel the fact that these teams might meet in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think lately we always manage to lose those tight games, so we really happy with this one. We found a way to get win here, so we're happy. Well, we just worked hard. We know what they're capable of, and they've done it whole year. It was a full team effort, and I think we did a really good job today. We gotta work hard. We gotta outwork every opponent we're gonna play. So there's no easy games in the playoffs, so we know that really well, and all we gotta do is just work as hard as possible and smart.
So the Panthers snapped their 5-game skid with a 3-1 victory over the Leafs and take the season series 3-1. Toronto currently slated to face Ottawa in round 1, but a first-round matchup with Florida is not off the table. The Leafs are clinging to a 2-point lead over the Lightning in the Atlantic Division, and those two teams will meet in Tampa on Wednesday.
From the Bell Center in Montreal and in their history, Les Canadiens have never missed the playoffs 4 straight years, looking to keep that from happening and currently hold the second wild card spot in the East. Here comes Comp for the birthday boy with a shot. Oh, it got in behind and it stayed out.
What a dead hit.
But the 30-year-old today, JT Compher, nearly had his 11th goal of the season. Loose puck here, taken by Kane. Larkin to the net. Kane to the goal for Larkin. He scores! Patrick Kane to Dylan Larkin, and the Red Wings lead 1-0. Dylan Larkin, his first goal in 9.
Larkin goes to the stick right on the ice, and that is a perfect layup set up by number 88. Holy mackerel, is that ever nice if you're Dylan Larkin and the Red Wings. 14th shot on goal in 10 minutes. Oh, look at this. What do you got?
And a penalty coming.
Montreal penalty, okay. Holy mackerel.
On a little shoving after.
It's Anderson.
Anderson, yep.
With Ben Sherratt.
In the old days, your sticks were too heavy to knock out of your hands.
Yeah, maybe that could be too.
They weighed a few pounds.
Yeah, they did that.
Just because Sherratt can't make a play on it, it's going to result in a scoring chance for a little rough stuff afterwards. Sherratt didn't like that. A really strong first period for the Red Wings. They have a chance to find a 2-goal lead.
Knocked down by Edmondson. Oh, loose puck here. Right in. Big save by Talbot on Oliver Kapanen.
Looking for his first in the NHL and a good rush with his speed here early stages of the second.
A break here, but 2 back for Detroit. Is that in? Good save, Talbot. Rebound, knocked away. Red Wings back to control that.
Oh, what a spark. That would have been if Pezzetta could have sniped.
For Detroit, they have to maintain their defensive posture as much as they can as they are in control of the game.
Suzuki, the dish to Matheson. Wrist shot, in and out, Caulfield in front. Score! Goal, Caulfield!
and now you got bodies moving around. It's a 2-on-2 in front of the net. Caulfield gets stick position on Justin Holl, and he's able to bury it. 37th goal of the season for Caulfield, right between the legs of Talbot, and some energy into the building.
Detroit shoots it in. Look up! Puck in front. Owen Conger! How did he miss that?
And what a weird bounce. This is a for sure goal.
But a wide open net for the birthday boy, but no present there.
I believe it hit the defenseman's stick and went over the net. Wide open net. Wide open. Oh, my goodness.
You will see that one for a long time.
Be thinking about that one.
Heating one ahead for Casper, on to Raymond. Raymond right in the goal. And he missed on the stick side.
Missed the net. Lucas Raymond does not miss the net like that very often. Holy mackerel.
That's the guy that you want the puck on his stick if you're a Detroit fan. And the helmet came off from Johansson. He's got to get out. Score! The pass in front. The tap job. Anderson. 2-1 Montreal.
Nice job by Dvorak getting this puck right to Anderson, who's wide open. No chance for Talbot.
I don't know if there's a better comeback, feel-good story than Josh Anderson. Hudson towards the net. Tip shot. Talbot reached out and stoned Caulfield. Caulfield didn't have a lot of real estate. Wings playoff hopes on life support. Sent in front. Swing and a miss. Still loose. It comes to Gallagher. Score! Gallagher buries it. 3-1 Montreal. And 2 massive points in the push for the wild card.
So the Canadiens inch closer to claiming a playoff berth as they hold off the Wings, lengthening their lead for the final wildcard spot to 8 points with 4 games left to play. Montreal has rattled off 6 straight wins for the first time since 2017, allowing just 9 total goals during this run.
A crisp night in Columbus, Ohio could be one Senators fans have waited for a long, long time. A playoff spot is within reach. A win and you're in.
With Gaudette, here's Olivier with a dance his way in. Maintains possession in behind. Pass right in front. A chance to score! Dmitry Voronkov! Great setup from Matthew Olivier. 7 minutes in. 1-0 Jackets.
Right here, he gets it to his forehand, and Voronkov just puts it in.
Adam Fantilli in the box. It's 2 for delay of game. It's thrown in front off of Merzlik and just missed in front by Gaudette. Gaudette to Chabot on far side. There's the drive on goal. The save made by Merzlikin. Zetterlund, trade deadline acquisition. Fires Merzlikin with the glove save and a beauty.
And nice job by Merzlikin.
Flying after this, Justin Danforth. Closing in. Nice move. He fires. He scores. Justin Danforth. What a goal. Jackets are up 2-0.
Here comes Danforth, and that is a goal scorer's goal.
Ronald's in off for the rush. Centering pass in front. What a chance that was. First Lincoln's might have got some of the glove to deny Drake Batherson. Bornski again wants to shoot, lets it go. Forsberg makes the save. Rebound chance in front, and Forsberg picks it out of the air. That's a great save, and now we'll get some pushing and shoving in front. As a couple of really high danger opportunities for the Blue Jackets. And some great goaltending. Now we got a fight right out in the neutral zone. Corrali takes down Highmore, who didn't want to drop the gloves, and now we've got a whole big pileup. 2 minutes up on the board each.
Drake Batherson comes up with a puck, closing on in, curl and drag, and Merzlikin drops him. Pinto breakaway dances in, denied by Merzlikin with the pad. He'll get the whistle, another huge stop.
And Elvis is ready for this little stop move, but Elvis stays right with him.
Penalty coming up. It's going to be a slashing call on the Blue Jackets.
34 to go in the Ottawa power play chance. Cousins to Sanders in a drive, and it's gloved down by Merzlikin.
Claude Giroux towards the middle, takes a shot through a screen, they score! And Zetterlund's got his first as a Senator on the power play, and it's 2-1.
Drifting back, snaps the shot in front, redirect score, Matthew Olivier! Right place, right time! Huge goal for the Jackets to make it 3-1.
And right there, that's a hook.
So the Jackets trying to get this power play going over to Monahan. With a look, here he is, he scores! Sean Monahan rips it past Forsberg, it's 4-1 Columbus. Here comes Fantilli and on goal, he scores! Adam Fantilli! He buries it and it's 5 tonight.
Now going the other way, here's a chance on goal for Lincoln, save, rebound, score. Chabot, it's back to a 3-goal game. The Jackets keep their playoff hopes alive with a 5-2 win. Montreal beat Detroit tonight. The Sens, for the first time in 8 long years, are going to the dance. Playoff bound.
I'm thinking you're not going to see me smile a whole lot after a loss, but man, it feels great. It definitely does. It's the whole group. Everybody did whatever they could every single night to get into the playoffs, and we still got some games to play, but I think the entire group is just freaking fired up. We're just excited to get in. We can't wait to go at it.
Find out we're in the dance is pretty excited. So, some of us been at it 7-8 years without a playoff game. So, really proud of the group, and everyone's really excited in the organization right now.
So the Sens are playoff bound, clinching their first postseason appearance since 2017 with the Red Wings loss to Montreal. Sens captain Brady Tkachuk poised to play the playoffs for the first time in his 7-year NHL career. Coming up in what very well could be a preview of the Western Conference Final, the Golden Knights and Avalanche squaring off in the rubber match of their regular season series. Highlights and more next.
I'm certain it's level 5.
Are you for imprint certain?
I'm certain it's level 5.
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Broad Street battles Broadway.
Tippett has a goal. Panarin, what a bullet!
Then Connor McDavid takes on the Blues.
Connor McDavid scores!
Flyers, Rangers, Blues, Oilers. Wednesday at 7 on TNT.
Home of the Stanley Cup Final.
This is the one who keeps it moving. He stocks the right parts and knows just where to find them. Because this is about more than business. The industrial grade products you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jack's got his spring lineup dialed in. His secret? The Tech Shorts by Jack Archer. Engineered for action, tailored for greatness. Because a day well played deserves a night well dressed. Get 15% off your first purchase at jackarcher.com/TV.
Safe Light Repair. Safe Light Replace.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Can confirm. Very easy.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe Light Repair. Safe Light Replace.
Go to SafeLight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Everybody's waiting for $8.95.
Ovechkin has it, he scores! The chasing days are done! There's a new goal-scoring champion, and his name is Alexander Ovechkin!
Welcome back, everyone, to On the Fly. 2 of the last 3 Cup winners squaring off in Colorado with Vegas in town. Both teams, again, have Stanley Cup aspirations, and Vegas can take a first step by getting a point to clinch home ice in the first round of the playoffs. Vegas right now is a virtual lock to win the Pacific, while Colorado has clinched a playoff spot and just about certain to finish third in the Central. Let's take a look at what transpired in Colorado.
And it's an Avalanche power play, 8th best at 25%. Hacked away by Smith from Makar on the pickpocket. Riley Smith on the move, feeds it across. Carlson scores! Short-handed for Vegas. Smith to Carlson, and the Golden Knights grab the lead.
Carlson doesn't have a goal in 24 games. Wedgwood gets lost in the net a little deep, and it beats him up over the right shoulder. The short-handed goal for Vegas, the 7th given up by Colorado this year. It's 1-0 Golden Knights.
Here's Carlson, backhand feed, trying to set up Victor Olofsson. McNabb, a wrister, score! 2-0 Golden Knights early in the second.
Wedgwood can't see it. It's Lindgren and Carlson are forming a screen in front of the net, and McNabb's able to loft that through. A shorthanded goal, a 5-on-5 goal, and a 2-0 Vegas lead.
Nate McKinnon ducks in with a shot. Rebound loose in front. Oh! And Schmid kept it out!
They're going to take a look at this, I believe, Mike. They'll get a look from the overhead camera. That puck has to completely cross the goal line.
Is it entering the mitt as his glove is going across the goal line? In which case it would be a goal.
On further video review, the puck is in the goalkeeper's glove. Crosses the line. We have a goal.
Well, by the slimmest of margins, Valerian Nichushkin has made this a 2-1 game.
Back to the line, Lindgren, a shot blocked by McNabb. What a shot to save Schmid. Batted out by Coyle. They score! Jimmy Vesey ties it at 2.
In this period, Colorado simply has outworked Vegas. Vesey joins the play. The save is made, but the hunt of the puck. And Vesey's unchecked. Nobody knows he's on the ice. His first goal is an Avalanche, and it's 2-2.
Here's Nate McKinnon. One-on-one with Shea Theodore. McKinnon stretched wide, wraps it around. Lehkonen, a shot, is stopped again.
Lehkonen's going to have nightmares tonight.
How fun has this been? And we will go to a shootout here in Denver. Shea Theodore. Stick handling, and he is stopped by Wedgwood. The deadline acquisition from Boston. Charlie Coyle. Coyle scores to win the shootout for the Avs.
6 shooters, just 1 goal. The last shooter, Charlie Coyle, and he sticks this up in the top corner for an Avalanche win here at home.
Penalty coming, slashing. The first call of the game. It is Kiefer Sherwood who finds his way to the box. Harley keeps one in. Short pass for Johnston. High slot right side. Shot, score! Mikko Rantanen, a laser! It is Rantanen's second power play goal as a member of the Stars. 103rd of his career.
Under some pressure in his own zone, Hronek trying to get it out and flip it out, flipped it into the lower bowl. Power play goals here to set themselves up this evening.
Off the stick of O'Connor, almost into his own net. Now Marchment scores! The setup from Ben. And with a second left on the power play, Mason Marchment makes it 2 for 2 on the man advantage and 2 love Stars.
Stars power play has destroyed the penalty kill of the Canucks so far tonight. They get another opportunity here.
To the right for Granlund. Back in front, Ben. To the left. Score! Duchesne! What a beautiful setup. And what a monster night on the power play. Duchesne the latest in a 3-0 lead.
Now it's Dumba for cross-checking in the first opportunity for Vancouver with a power play. The right wing to Garland after feigning a drop pass. Here's DeBrusk. Round the goal. Banks it in. What a play. 25th of the year for Jake DeBrusk as he put it in off the skate of Casey DeSmith. And it's 3-1. Dallas penalty coming up here. Delayed call. And Demko goes to the bench for the extra attacker. Here's Ratu. Back to Mancini. Long shot. Scores! Victor Mancini from well out beats Casey DeSmith, and the Canucks are 2 for 2 on the power play.
CC took a hit, got it low for Roberts at centers. Score! Maverick Bourque! American Airlines center erupts!
This is a Fletcherizing forecheck goal.
Esa Lindell, that's his office with the empty cage. To Granlund, bullseye! Back to a 3-goal game. The Stars have opened it up once again.
Stealing the puck back is Marcus Pettersson. Feeds the side, they score. Aatu Raatu able to put that one home. Down for Garland. Doesn't shoot it, puts it in front. They score. Pius Suter. Don't go away just yet. Suter off the setup from Garland. And with 28.4 seconds remaining, the Canucks are back within 1. Quinn Hughes, 10 seconds left. His shot. Oh, Hronek dismisses the side. Center. They score. Pius Suter's got another one. Can you believe this? And the game is tied at 5. Dumba check behind the net. Garland centers. They score. Kiefer Sherwood with 1:16 to go in overtime. The Canucks complete the comeback. And they refuse to be knocked out on this night. 6-5 Vancouver the final.
What a wild comeback by the Canucks, who pick up a massive 2 points as they try to stay in the wild card race out west. Vancouver scored 5 goals in the third, including 3 in the last 60 seconds, becoming the first team in league history to overcome a 3-goal deficit in the final minute of regulation to win. The Devils are trying to round into postseason form, but it was a dicey situation in net for Jacob Markstrom. We've got all the details between the Bruins and the Devils next.
all due respect to the latest advances in technology, mankind's most effective tools haven't changed a bit. Effort in our own two hands. MKC knives are built that way for people who live that way.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest lasting AA battery.
The goose, the grime, the gunk. How do you get it off? Hi, Adam J here for Abracadabra, the contractor strength wonder cleaner that removes the toughest stuff on the planet like magic. Abracadabra is strong enough for my job site, yet gentle enough to work wonders on your home. Abracadabra does what other products can't. Now this is a big problem. Abracadabra has the muscle to melt expanding foam like snow. Remove pure grease in a single swipe. And Abracadabra is gentle enough to remove duct tape from this tissue. Now that's amazing. Nothing's quicker on tape and stickers than Abracadabra. Remove stubborn gum in your hair or anywhere, and crayon marks on the wall disappear before your eyes. And off the paper too. For cruddy caulk and sealants, now break that bond with a touch of your wand. Get tar off that car in a flash. Melt sap away with a spray, and grimy rims sparkle like new. Abracadabra works wonders on concrete. Oil stains disappear. Tire marks vanish.
It's delicate enough to clean the makeup off my blouses, the dirt on my shoes, and even the dirtiest, greasiest oven.
Nasty barbecue? With Abracadabra, just dip it and strip it, and you'll be grilling in no time. Clean tar off this $100,000 car faster than you can say, Abracadabra. Make just one thing spotless, and Abracadabra pays for itself. And if you're not completely satisfied, keep the bottle and we'll refund your money 100%. Call or go online to order your 8-ounce bottle of Abracadabra Wonder Cleaner now, and we'll upgrade your order to our jumbo 16-ounce bottle at no charge. Order now.
There's a shot, he scores!
Greatness isn't just about setting records. It's about leaving a legacy that endures even beyond the game. Alex Ovechkin, the Washington Capitals, Hockey Fights Cancer, and the V Foundation for Cancer Research are partnering together on the great chase for victory over cancer. Donate any amount you can to pediatric cancer research. For the remainder of his career, Ovi will personally donate for every goal he scores. Together, we can achieve victory over cancer.
Here we go, Pens and Devils.
Luke Hughes lights the lamp.
Sydney is sizzling.
Who else? Nico Hischier.
Metro matchups, they don't get any better.
There's already a little buzz in the building. Anticipation that maybe, just maybe, they can punch their ticket to the playoffs with 1 point against the Boston Bruins.
And it's grabbed by Hughes. He'll motor up the near side. Brett gave it away. Brought in Pastrnak. Shoots. He scores! There's plenty of leftover pasta. David Pastrnak with a steal and a snipe. 1-0 Bruins.
He has a hand in 12 straight Boston goals. Dave Pasternak's only the 4th player in NHL history to do it.
Now Pastrnak navigates to the dock. Send it across. Up top, Callahan. Shoots. He scores! His first National Hockey League goal, and it's a beauty. Mike Callahan from long range finds the back of the net on Jacob Markstrom. Bruins 2, Devils nothing.
Good puck movement. They use the width of the offensive zone. There's a little bit of a moving screen going on through the slot area.
Callahan's goal assisted by Witherspoon, and Pastrnak, who runs a streak to 13 straight goals where he's got a hand in him.
Mercer keeps this in. He trips the puck just wide. Then Hughes lost his balance. 2-on-1. Here's Lauko over the line, right side to the dot. Shoots. He scores!
Bruins. Wow, what a snapper from Jacob Lauko. He just powered it by Markstrom. Bruins 3, Devils nothing. Passing lane's not there. Go ahead and take that good drag snap. High block right up under the crossbar.
Got a delayed penalty coming against Boston. Extra attacker out for New Jersey. Easter will hold it up top. Makes the pass from Brad. Easter down low. Sprong backdoor score! Stephen Mason puts it in, and the Devils are within 2.
You hope that this can give the Devils a spark as they finally find the back of the net on a delayed call.
All a turning shot, bounces in! Bang, bang! 2 quick goals, and the Devils are right back in it. Timo Meier gets credit for the goal.
The Devils get 2 quick ones, and it goes over Swayman.
Middlestat turns, shoots, deflected, they score! That puck had eyes! Casey Middlestat with a flipper at the left point. He sifts it through some of the traffic into the back of the net. Bruins 4, Devils 2. Up top it comes. Zadorov shoots. Pasternak's got it. Pasternak, goal and assist already tonight. Out in front, Geekie shoots. He scores! David Pasternak grabs that puck. He's got 100 points. He hits the century mark for the 3rd consecutive season. Bruins 5, Devils 2. Shoots, Markstrom the save, saw it late, rebound, they score! That's Fraser Minton's first goal as a Bruin. It's 6-2 Boston.
7-2, and there will be no celebration for clinching a playoff spot tonight. That'll have to wait, and the Bruins have won 2 of 3 as they take down the Devils 7-2.
It's been tough. This has been a tough night. I think you can say from everybody in this game, Bryce, for the Devils, I don't think there's too many guys that would tell you anyway that they've done a whole lot in this one.
When we don't lead with our competitiveness and our pace of play and our structure, we're just not very good. So it's another reminder of that. That's it. That's all I take away from it. You guys can break it down all you want. I'm not going to watch it, and I'm not going to talk about it after I leave this room. We're just going to press on and get ready for the next one. We'll respond accordingly in our next practice. Not a punishment or anything like that. It's just evident that we have to be at a very high level to give ourselves a chance to win against anybody. So, you know, we got to get right back to that.
Needs to get 2 players back. Andrei Svechnikov and the captain in Jordan Staal.
Carolina, they're ramping up for the playoffs. Buffalo's trying to show, hey, it's the give a damn factor of playing hockey here. They're trying to show that. So this is going to be a good matchup here tonight.
As Reimer will leave this one here and quickly cleared up. And a nice pass and in on Kochetkov and the net! Oh, Piotr with a save on Ryan McLeod. Under 8 minutes left here in this first period. Now this will deflect in. Kochetkov gambles and not able to find the back of the net. Opportunity for McLeod. Oh, gamble, and it pays off for Carolina barely. As here's a chance for Jarvis right on, and Reimer makes the save.
James Reimer has been an outstanding pro.
0-0 after 1 in Buffalo.
Puck lifted back up towards Jackson Blake out of Fargo, North Dakota. Sabres with the takeaway. Tates Thompson holds it, fires! Here you go, Steve. Little TNT to open the scoring here.
Yeah, he took that puck in the neutral zone, and man, oh man, just inside the blue line, did a little toe drag, and man, what a shot. Well, for Thompson, he now has 10 goals in his last 9 games, 16 goals in his last 14 at home.
There's Jackson Blake making a couple of moves. Centers in front. Oh, James Reimer.
Bang, right down the gut. That hits him right in the chest area. Bosses over to the side. But great anticipation.
All for Goss to spare. Taylor Hall tees it up. That doesn't get through. Darlene blocks it.
Technically not playing for anything other than to build momentum for next year. Blocks like that mean something. Sabres win the draws. Quick pass up ahead. Trying to find a way to the net. Scores! Alex Tuch pulls his way to the net. 2-0 Buffalo.
This is set play right here. You win the draw back. Alex is jumping up, getting himself to that opening, and Burns just couldn't get body position on him. There's nothing he could do.
Can't give up a chance like that shorthanded.
As we're coming up on 2 minutes gone by in this third period. This is airmail for Quinn, but too far. Quinn will take it away from Hall, sending to score. Paterka wires it from Quinn.
And again, the Sabres taking an advantage.
He can't corral that puck, and it's a good stick. And Quinn puts it right in Peterka's wheelhouse. You know, it's tough sledding right now.
Aho, saved by Reimer. He had to reach for that one. Reimer's held them all away so far. He is on his game again. James Reimer has set a new career best. 7 straight wins. His first shutout as a Buffalo Sabre.
And for Carolina, they're on the wrong side of the 3-0 score here tonight.
Pajot in front, they score! Simon Holmstrom off a magnificent pass from Ryan Pulock, and the Islanders strike early.
That pass there is just too good. I mean, it's just beautiful. Ryan with the heads-up play.
His pass, stolen. Forsberg turns around. He scores! A laser beam by number 9. Forsberg, the turnaround off the post and in. And Nashville leads 2-1.
Pajot with a step to the outside. Pajot, Holmstrom scores! Simon Holmstrom's a 20-goal scorer after 2 tonight in Nashville.
Holmstrom just coming right in. Does he release that in a hurry? And just a tremendous shot. A goal scorer shot.
Blankenburg to Stamkos. Score! Oh, that was vintage. Number 91. Stamkos has goals in 3 straight. And the game is tied at 3. Find a way to keep going. Rebound! Score! The Predators' second effort finding the loose puck in the blue ice. And it was the big man, Michael McCarron. He ties the scoring floor.
We thought this might be the case. Billy Sorokin looked a little shaken up towards the end of the second period, and Marcus Honberg is indeed warming up to get ready for the start of the third. We assume the collision with Michael McCarron on the goal that was scored is the reason why he is not in the hockey. This comes to Palmieri. Palmieri on the backhand, scores! Oh, a brilliant backhand from Kyle Palmieri. And the Islanders have the lead late. Put it bar down, as they say, off the backhand from Palmieri. Hard to put a backhand in a better place than this. Mayfield the trailer. Holmstrom feeds him. Mayfield scores!
Oh, my.